Alrighty folks, I'm going to go ahead and get started. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, great. Well, hey, my name is Doug, and I'm going to be your host tonight. And your servers tonight are going to be James and Taylor. I thought that was kind of funny, but they didn't seem to get it. But anyhow, has anybody been here before? Anybody been to this restaurant? We love coming here. But a question that I'm often asked at these dinners, since the dinner is free, I'm often asked, hey Doug, is the portion size back here the same as it is out there? Well, rest assured folks, the same great meal they're having out there right now, you're going to be having in here in just a little while, so you're definitely in for a treat. Now, I noticed a few of you were talking amongst each other here before we got started. And you may have met some friends down here. You may have even brought some friends down. We kind of encourage that. When we come into town, we tend to market in clusters. So it's pretty common for people to either know somebody from their cul-de-sac or from the grocery store, maybe even from church. But if you don't know your neighbors, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and introduce the group to you. That way you can talk amongst yourselves during dinner if you'd like. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started in the back, and I'm going to start saying all of everybody's names, and there you have it. That's everybody. But the real question is, what's my name? Doug. Great, you got it. Well, folks, hey, if I seem excited, I really am. This has been one of the better jobs I've ever had in my life. And when I was interviewing for the job, they told me some of the prerequisites is I needed to be good at talking and eating. Well, I happen to be pretty good at both of those things. But in reality, folks, the real reason I love this job is I get to see parts of the country every week that I've never seen before. I'm not originally from this area. I am a military Navy brat, and I've moved 25, 35 times in my life. And I've been married for over 27 years to my beautiful bride, Beth. We've got two great kids, and I'm also a Navy veteran and a former firefighter. But here about a year and a half ago, we moved out of the Denver, Colorado area where we had raised our family. Just became too congested for us, our liking, and we moved to Spokane, Washington, where my wife's best friend from high school lives, and she's reconnecting there, and that's where we plan on retiring in a few years. So anyhow,
cities.
I'm going to probably see 40 to 44 different cities here this year doing this job. And that's more than Bon Jovi or Madonna, right? But anyhow, tonight we're going to be doing a dinner here. And then tomorrow we're going to do another dinner. And then the whole rest of the week, all we do is run through town. With a fresh set of eyes, we'll walk through your home and point out little things that can be done to help save you money. Now, it doesn't matter whether you've got a really old home or a brand new home. Most of the time, our company has products that can help save you money. But once in a while, we don't. Once in a while, I get done with my energy evaluation. I tell the folks, there's not a darn thing we can do for you. But if you're willing to listen, and if you're willing to spend a little bit of money, even at your favorite do-it-yourself store, it can go a long ways to helping you. New technologies today can be definitely a help. Now, if you do like what we do, like with solar panels or something like that, what we can do when I'm visiting while both of you are there is I can leave some color brochures behind, like on solar panels or anything that you're interested in. And I can also give you a 6-month quote on anything that you're interested in. And people tend to like that process too. We can stand behind that quote for the next 6 months. Now, this is called a dinner seminar. Who here's ever been to a dinner seminar before? Great. What were you here for?
Social Security.
Social Security, I've heard that one. I've heard fire safety. Man, there's all kinds of things that these dinners are for, but the craziest one I've ever heard about myself is I had a person tell me that they went to a dinner for cashew farming one time. And they said that the dinner itself was great, but the speaker was nuts. Just a little bad humor to keep you guys awake. Anyhow, folks, we've been doing these dinners now for almost 9 years. We've got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And this is how we do business, is through these dinners and through referrals. We don't knock on doors and we don't do TV commercials. Now, the reason for that is our company feels that with or without me, most of you homeowners are going to own all this stuff in the next 5 or 10 years anyway. So it's just one of those things that I've been sitting down now with people for a little while, and I've come to find out there's really only one real big reason why people don't already have all this stuff already. What do you think that is? Money. That's right. And you know what, folks? When I first saw all this stuff, I thought this stuff was great, but it's got to be too rich for my blood, right? Well, folks, what most people find when I'm coming and visiting with them is that our products, while we use the highest quality products in the industry, are not cheap. but people find that they're more affordable and more inexpensive than they thought they were going to be. And so, anyhow, knowledge is another real big reason that people don't have this stuff already as well. And you know what, folks, if you're going to pay attention to me tonight for 30 seconds, the next 30 seconds is probably what you want to pay attention to. Folks, you could be walking through your favorite do-it-yourself store here this weekend, wanting to spend a little bit of money on something to improve your home. You could walk up to a product that is on sale at a display aisle, and if you don't know about that product, and if you don't stop and learn about that product, or if you don't ask the guy or the girl about it, you could very easily walk right on by that product and it could be perfect for your home. New technologies today can be extremely helpful. So, anyhow, what's that?
Questions.
Now, I'm often hearing at these dinners that don't ask them any questions or we'll be here all night. But you know what, folks? We're here to have a nice time tonight, have some fun, open up a discussion. We're going to cover the same topics anyway, so feel free to ask questions and have some fun tonight. And a question I'm often asked, and I've already been asked this one here tonight, is this one. Doug, how did our name get onto your list? Anybody wondering that? Well, folks, that's really simple. You know what, when we come into a town of this size, we ask our marketing company to please put together a dinner of 30 or 40 of the best looking people in town. How'd we do? Great. Well, hey folks, it's just a coincidence, I'm sure, but in reality, who here is a homeowner? And who here gets a power bill? Well, folks, it should be all of you. And so there's our national strategy. All of our products are here designed to save you money on gas or electric. And if you're a homeowner and you get a power bill, you're in our target market. Now, we do dinners like this. Like I said, we've been doing them now for almost 9 years in nice meeting rooms like this. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And in that period of time, we've had a total of 12 customer complaints. In that period of time, we've also completed almost 20,000 jobs around the country. We have closed all 12 of those customer complaints to the customer's full satisfaction. So at the end of the day, we can honestly say that we've completed over 20,000 jobs nationwide with no unhappy customers. And that's really hard to do in today's day and age. Now, a little more bragging. Who here has heard of Forbes magazine before? Forbes magazine, we had a gentleman show up to our dinner here a couple years ago in Kennewick, Washington. And this gentleman was a writer for Forbes magazine. And it was his job to write an article about solar companies and solar panels in the Pacific Northwest. So here's what he ended up writing in Forbes magazine. In our own search for a company to put a solar array on our roof, I came across companies that outright lied about their products, either wrongfully claiming that they were made in America or stating that they were the only ones manufactured in my home state. But I also came across excellent companies like Smart Energy Today, who encourage inexpensive strategies like high-tech insulation to reduce utility bills more than more costly solar arrays. But if solar is chosen, they lay out the pros and the cons to discuss who and where each component is made, how the rebates and tax credits apply, and just how long the payoff period is, given a range of projected electricity costs for that area. There were no pie-in-the-sky claims stating that we would get off the grid or have our monthly bill go to zero, but a serious discussion on how rooftop solar, along with other strategies and technologies, would be a very useful way to lower our energy costs well into the future. No array is optimal, so calculating expected production with highly accurate system losses from the very beginning ensures accurate numbers, not best case scenarios that rarely occur. Now, when this was published in Forbes magazine, do you think our company business went up or down? It went up, that's for sure. And I stand in front of you today as the largest solar company in the state of Washington or Oregon. Now, a little more bragging. Who here has heard of Inc. 500 magazine before? Inc. 500 magazine? What they do is they rank the 500 fastest growing companies in the country. And why, as a homeowner and a consumer, do you think it's important for you to purchase things from a company for your home from a company that continues to grow even after you've purchased from them. Service and warranty, that's right. And you know what, folks? If a company goes out of business, pretty hard for them to take care of the service and the warranty work, right? And I'm famous for saying you can't get a good warranty from a guy in a truck. Now, here's a little bit about Washington's solar history in the next 30 seconds, and really every state in the union that's ever introduced a state credit. Folks, in 2012, we were one of only 3 solar companies in the state of Washington or Oregon. Also in 2012, solar credits, state solar credits became available. And all of a sudden, the industry went crazy. I mean, literally, you could jack your prices up so much with these solar credits. A company started springing up all over the place. You could do 1 or 2 deals a month and be super profitable. We went from 3 companies, solar companies, up to 26 solar companies inside a year and a half. Well, after about a year and a half, the solar credits started to run out. And so what do you think started happening to all those small companies that sprung up over the last year and a half? They started to disappear because instead of having to do 1 or 2 jobs a month, now they've got to do 5, 10, 15 jobs a month. So we went from 26 solar companies down to 8. Credits came back, companies went up a little bit, credits went away, companies went down a little bit, and now we've got about 6 solar companies in the state of Washington and Oregon. So that is Washington's solar history.
25 years.
Now, we are now offering a 25-year labor warranty, and we're also offering a 25-year workmanship warranty, manufacturer warranty. And part of the reason for that is a little bit of a negative reason, really, because here a few years ago, our company started receiving phone calls like this. Hi, we put a solar array on our roof a few years ago from a company, and we can't get a hold of them. I think they're out of business. Can you help us? Literally today, folks, we have hundreds of customers that are paying us to maintain their solar systems that they did not buy from us. And so,
Inc. 500.
the Inc. 500 list is something now that we have made for 5 years in a row. And that includes companies like Microsoft and Amazon. And we're well on our way to making it a 6th year in a row. So you know what, folks? I like to think that all these great marks are because of me. But in reality, it's because our products work and our company stands behind them, as all companies should. Now, I have them, and my friends and family do too. But a question I'm often asked about this time of the dinner is, hey Doug, when's the real food getting here? Anybody wondering that? Well, folks, we have 2 or 3 things to talk about first before we have dinner. We're probably going to be eating dinner right around 7:30 or right in that neighborhood. I told them to bring it out hot, no heat lamps for this group. And I figure that you guys are here to enjoy a nice meal, so I will not talk or play videos during the meal either. What I'm going to do is just put Frank back on for your listening enjoyment. And then when we're done with dinner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up for 5 or 10 more minutes and make some important announcements, so don't run away. And we'll talk about LED light bulbs that can save you up to 80-85% on your lighting bills. And we should be wrapping everything up and getting you guys right out of here right around 11:30 midnight for sure. Just kidding, folks. Like I said, we're very much to the point about things, and we'll get you guys out of here probably right around 8 o'clock or right around there. But anyhow, so question I do have for people is this. Who has a genuine interest in learning how to lower your power bills? That's a good topic, right? And with a name like Smart Energy Today, I mean, that is our name, Smart Energy Today. What kind of products do you think we're going to be talking about tonight? Solar, yep. Man, there's a whole cheat sheet right here for you. But anyhow, I did hear solar first, so I'm in a room here of homeowners. Who here has ever thought about solar before? I find that almost every homeowner has. And if it had been explained to you guys how rebates and credits and payments all work, I think most of you guys would already have all this stuff in your home already. But anyhow, who here gets a power bill? Anybody? Do power bills go up or down a little bit every year? They go up a little bit, just like everything else. And you know what? Our company has just put together a video on power bills that I'd like to go ahead and play for you right now.